YouTube channel. My name is Cynthia, and this is the place for the versatile. I thank you very much for your feedback, for your follows, for your subscriptions, for all your shares and your likes. I'm in touch with all the feedback that you're giving me. You are saying thank you for the content that is coming to you. You're very happy about the people that we are hosting on the channel, and that gives me so much joy, because that then means that we are, fulfilling purpose. I am on point with the people that are coming to you, and all the content is making your life better. So this week, like any other, I'm so excited. Actually, I'm top of the mind excited for this week, because I'm hosting one of the very best guys. Like, I adore this guy, but one of the very best, and you will get to find out why in the interview. We've known each other for such a long time, but he's amazing. Like, he is amazing. He's your TV guy. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome with me, Aaron J. Tamale.
I have never envisioned myself in a space like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So, guys, this is Aaron J. Tamale. We've been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
We share deep secrets. We hit each other up when we are, in all of our different career moves, and I'm very excited for what we're about to share, because Aaron is making huge leaps in his career. So Aaron, just introduce yourself. Who are you?
Well, this is like my first interview, just to put it out there. Feels very strange, but yeah, my name is Aaron J. Tamale, and I make things move in the media business.
You do?
Yeah, so for a long time I was thinking about how do I introduce myself if someone asked me, and I just wanted to say that. So I'm a filmmaker. I make films, or work with teams that make films. I'm a TV personality. I haven't done that in a long time, but Cynthia here is Cynthia here is one of our products.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's amazing to see what you've done with yourself and the show. I think it's very inspiring. And I do social media strategy and things like that, and manage accounts. That's what I do professionally. Yeah.
Are you comfortable sitting here?
I am. I love how the wood is matching with my skin tone.
Trust Tamale with the words, guys. But if you're wondering why we're seated on the stairs, we just got the National Theatre as our new partner. So we'll be shooting all of our episodes here, especially those that highlight creatives and artists in the Ugandan industry. I'm really happy that for our very first shoot, we're hosting Tama. So Tama, just talk to us about your background. Do you have a background in film? Is this something that you find is your purpose now?
I think when I was a child, I never thought about if I wanted to be in film or not. I think I just wanted to be. Let me just say, I think I just wanted to be famous, right?
Yeah.
And in my mind, not like yearning for it, but it's like I always felt like there could be like this energy about me that people get to relate with.
Yes.
So I remember at one point when I was a child, I told my younger brother, that I wanted to have a country for short people, because I felt very short growing up. So I always felt like I was out of place and things like that. And I told my brother I would have a country for short people call it Pinocchio. And then I used to watch a lot of LTV, and at the time it was Benny Hinn on TV, and I thought I could be a man of God. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then I was very athletic, and I used to play a lot of sports, and I was on the basketball team and football team, and I got a lot of certificates on the tracks. And I thought I was going to be like a professional athlete. So I thought I was actually going to become a professional basketball player.
Okay.
So at that time through school, it was just like, I think I'm going to be like Allen Iverson, because Allen Iverson at the time was like one of the shortest people on the court. So he gave me inspiration and he was a fast dribbler and a good point guard. So it was, I always thought I was going to play basketball professionally, but my dreams of playing basketball sort of died in. high school because I was at Marcos and they had this really good court. And then I went to my new school, which did have the same court that they had at Marcos. So my passion sort of died in there, but my passion for now, journalism or media, starts when I was 14 and I wrote a journal and I called it Tam's Journal. I always felt that my name has to be attached to everything. So I created this Tam's Journal, and it was just something that I was sharing in my class, and I was just sharing it with people in class. And it was stories about my community of students and fellow classmates, and I was just writing stuff about them. It was like a tabloid. So I would write about them, I would draw caricatures of them, and then I only released 2 issues because the second issue was fire, and it was gonna get me into trouble, and I was a trouble kid. So, but good trouble. And then in high school, when I moved to this new school, I think that's where I sort of picked up my confidence on public speaking. Because now my dreams of playing basketball died, and I picked up public speech, and then I started reading news at school, and I created this makeshift radio station called TZFM because we were reading news. I was reading news under the school mango tree, and it was every assembly. So safe to say, there's a bunch of people that when I was in Form 6 and they were in Form 1, and all those young people when I was reading news at school, who know in their mind that TZ has a radio station somewhere, and I do not know where he is, but all I know, he told us he's gonna do on a radio station someday. So so when I meet some of those people nowadays and they're like, oh my God, Aaron, what are you doing now? I'm like, I'm into film. They're like, oh my God, you have been so consistent with what you want to do. And I had never thought about that until someone actually just mentioned it randomly, because I was like in Form 6 and no Form 1, and they were like, oh my God, you're still doing the same thing you've always said you were going to do. So I feel like all my life, I keep on saying like all my life, like that's all I've known, just being in the media business. That the goal is to just be the most important man in the media business. You get what I mean? And you just seeing that transform through like different series and journeys is exciting.
Did you have any support? I just want to benchmark 2 things. Did you have any support to just, tell you, go do these sports, go do basketball, go do football? And then you also mentioned the fact that, you wanted to start a country for short people. Did you at any time feel that your height was, made you feel out of place? Was it something that other children brought up every time they met you?
I think as a child I was very, very insecure. I felt I was very short. I felt I was very dark. And I used to be picked up on, right? And it's like for a long time I was bullied. And it's like I couldn't really speak up. So I found myself, my defense mechanism is usually like withdrawal, and that was like my biggest defense mechanism at the past, and I wasn't like confronting stuff head on. So I think I was very insecure as a child. I just felt I was short, I was dark, and I tried to compensate those through sport. So it's like I felt like I might be those things, but I'm short. So there was a time I was doing like a personal reflective campaign called Short Black Awesome. So I did. So each post I was putting out had Short Black Awesome, and a lot of people started calling me Short Black Awesome, Short Black Awesome, Short Black Awesome, and then it sort of made me feel better. Right, and then I mean, you grow up and you realize that there are different things that happen in your life, and they happen for a reason, and they're just meant to make you better. So now, 10 years later, I am no longer looking at Short Black Awesome. I am looking at me in my divine element, in my God element. And I think just seeing what that person has been over the last, it's a couple of months or couple of years to date, it's like all my life has just been leading to this one moment. Yeah.
Wow. What are some of the things that have helped you, fashion out or tame who you are right now in this industry?
I don't know. I think for the biggest part, I think I've had a bit of self-doubt.
Okay.
Right? And I mean, it happens to the most of us.
Yes.
And especially if you're gifted, like highly gifted. You get what I mean? You're gonna doubt yourself
all the time. Yeah.
It's alleged that smart people always doubt themselves more than people who are not as intelligent as they are, because for them they just want to do something. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
For you are, how am I gonna do this?
Do it. Yes.
What is the angle here? You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So just getting to see how that gets to help you transform and become better is, I do not know how to call it, but it's like right now I just feel like I'm in a place of gratitude that I have been able to experience a new life. So I'm at the place where I feel like I'm that life. You get what I mean? And I'm in that place where I am not seeking to become, but I am. You have become. Yeah, I have become. So I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense.
Yeah, but yeah, that's how I'm viewing myself and everything like that. I feel like there has been like a lot of personal growth.
Yeah.
Like because I think it's very important that people sort of get to understand like what you're doing and like the conversations that you're having on these shows, that people underestimate how much of themselves they need to take care of themselves. You get what I mean? Like you have to put in time to know yourself. You have to put in time to find out the things you like, to find out the things you do not like, to find out the things you care about and the things you do not care about.
Yeah.
And I feel like people do not do that because it's like we want other people to tell us what our limits are and what we should care about and what we should not care about.
Yeah.
But then it's like, what about you? What do you care about? I think once you understand the you element and how you perceive that and you add reason to that, then I think life becomes more meaningful. Yeah.
I think you're now speaking on purpose. Do you think you found your purpose?
I prayed about it.
Yeah.
And I think I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is your purpose?
So I gave my life to Christ at 19, right?
Yeah.
I remember it wasn't like out of some catastrophe because people are like, you gave your life to Christ because bad shit has happened, right? Like you've gone through the most. Guys, I was struggling, now hallelujah, right? But I just felt like I wanted to have a connection.
Yeah.
Right? It's like I had a longing to know this person and just have a relationship. And that relationship has grown over time. And I think in that moment, but around the time I gave my life to Christ is around the same time I got into like probably a year or two, my first year uni, I got onto television. Okay. We did an audition and
I watched that show.
Yeah, it was called Campus Age and NTV. Yeah. So just getting to see that get to happen at that time, I felt like, I think this is where I'm supposed to be. Yeah. Like, because I was reading news in high school. I lived high school, first year at uni, I get onto a TV show. So
one
for
of
me,
the biggest,
So for me, it was just like, this is the path I have to take. You get, this is it for me, and there is no other path I want to take. And I remember telling my dad that I want to be in the media business and in the media space, and he's like, I didn't take you to all the schools to study journalism, because journalism in the country and journalists or media practitioners are not making a lot of cash.
Yeah.
And even at the time, when I wanted to do it, like very few people you would look up to in the industry and you're like, I think this guy is making a killing out of this industry. I want to be that guy making a killing in the industry.
Yeah.
So it's like there was very little to look at. So a lot of it, it's like you're seeing a path on your own And if you're walking that path, it becomes very challenging because no one has walked it before.
Yes.
You are on it. You just have to be solid. Before I was scared, but now it's different. Now I feel very. I learned something recently, which was that there are things you're going to start doing in your life, and it's not about you being brave. They do not call for any bravery. They just call for you to accept who you are.
Okay.
You see that? So it's not about, oh my God, I need confidence. Oh my God, it's just accepting that. My name is Aaron J. Tamale. I am an authority in the media. The Lord has called me to do this.
Yes.
You get what I mean? And this is my place of calling. So anything that pushes me in that direction of my call, of my purpose, that's what, once you accept it, once you become accepting of it, because before they're going to tell you you're this, and you're not taking it. You get
agreement.
So now when you finally understand that, because before people are like, oh my God, Aaron, do you know what you're doing? Oh my God, do you know? You get.
You have so much potential.
It's like everyone sees the potential in you, but you. So yeah. So to answer your question, I think I found my purpose.
Yes, and that's a good thing because so many young people today, even adults, I want to assume, have not yet found the core of their meaning of why they are placed here on earth. But thank you for that, and I hope that it speaks to the person that is watching this episode. You know what? I feel that, and I think this really goes back to the purpose of the channel. I've been asking myself, what kind of impact would I want for the channel? Of course, I set out with all these goals, but best of the conversations, and this is mostly reignited every time, finding self, coming back to the center of who you are, and then, from inward out. When you come to the self-awareness of who you are, to the awareness of who you are, then you're able to impact. And man, please carry on. No, it's just an aha moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's important. I think it's very important for everyone. Like, when you are many in a place, it's like when you have children, right? It's very easy to ask who is hungry, and everyone is hungry because you have a lot of kids, and then all of them are like, I'm hungry. So you think everyone is hungry, but then probably they have preferences of what they want to eat, even if they're hungry. But you won't know if you now start connecting to just want to each and every one of them, right? And even for them, they're going to think that collectively, my reason of living or purpose of living is best off of my siblings' purpose and reason, is best off of my friends' purpose and reason, is best of the people I'm hanging out with purpose and reason. And because we do not know ourselves as much as we should, or we're not aware, we find ourselves easily assimilating other people's choices for their lives, and then they become choices for our lives as well. And then when you start making your own choices and your own decisions, it's like no one gets to understand why. It's like when you're working to become better, like the best version of yourself, and you're experiencing this personal growth, the people who have been closest to you will question the validity of the person you have become. You get what I mean? So then you're gonna be like, what if they're right? You get? Because then it's like, you're like, what if they're right? Because they've known me for a while. They've known you, but even you didn't know yourself, but now you know yourself. It's like that thing I asked the Lord, when you say, oh, these people say this about you, these people say this about you, then it's like, but what do you say?
About yourself,
What do you say about me? What do you say about yourself? So
Tama, I know for a fact that in the past you've worked with different entities, with MultiChoice. In Kenya, you've come up with all these different film projects. What are you currently working on now? Is there anything that we should anticipate?
There's a lot. There's a lot. I mean, it's a It's an exciting time to be alive.
Okay.
I think one of the things that is happening in the industry is we're doing. So first of all, I was working. I've been on a TV show,
Okay.
right, in Nairobi as a first assistant director. By the grace of God, I found myself on the show. Let's say it that way. Yeah, because there was like a series of events that happened in my life that sort of, and I'm grateful to God for that, sort of shaped the person I've become today. It's like, now, it's like one moment you know yourself as this person, then the next moment you're like, how could I have had the audacity to think of myself as that person? You get what I mean? That you become so aware of yourself, you're like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That was a lower version.
I'm sorry I misunderrepresented Your Highness, Aaron J. You get what I mean? Yeah. You're not disappointing anyone else. You're disappointing yourself.
Yeah.
You get, this is not about your friends or the people you hang out with. It's you. Like everything that is happening in your life, it's you. There's nothing that is connected to any other person.
Yes.
When you're a child, it's okay. You could easily say, "Oh, my parents did that." But when you grow older, you have the opportunity to change that narrative for yourself. So it's still you. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So through that opportunity of discovering myself, I discovered that I don't think I want to identify. I'm a creative and I'm into the business of film, but I want to identify as an innovator in the industry.
Yeah.
So, because innovation is not just, I'm thinking of creating new genres of storytelling. You get what I mean? Or exploring with different genres that are minimally done. Like, for example, with exploring with interactive film storytelling. And interactive film storytelling is just basically the audience is participating in whatever the protagonist is doing. Do they have Syria? Do they have this? Do they move on this? Do they move on that?
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
And I feel like it's an exciting way to be a part of that. So I've been doing this show in Nairobi as a first assistant director, as a telenovela. It's an adaptation of a TV show from South Africa called Gomorrah. I was the only Ugandan on the crew, so I had to learn Swahili. So now I feel like I've had a very strong relationship with Nairobi or Kenya. I feel like it's my home. Yeah, and I'm connected to it. I was watching a video. It's a podcast, and this guy is called Georgie. So Georgie Ndirangu is like, he was on the BBC and now he's like a moderator and stuff like that. So he talked about how he had a professional career in Kigali. And he said, whereas Kenya raised him, Kigali made him a man.
Wow.
And the moment I listened to that statement, the moment I heard that statement, I was like, damn. That's so true of my life right now. That UG raised me, but Nairobi made me a man. Like Nairobi broke me. Nairobi loved me. Nairobi developed me. Nairobi gave me hope. Gave me home and it gave me hope. And it made me realize that it's possible. There was a time last year I was like suicidal. And you know, if you're a child of God and you say, I wanted to commit suicide, like the brethren are like, oh ye carnal one, you have fallen so mightily. So yeah, I was in that fallen so mightily environment. And I'm like, you know what, I don't think I want this shit anymore. I think I don't want this shit anymore. You get what I mean? And then all of a sudden, it's like, I don't know what happened, but I asked myself, what does that mean? you would have disappointed yourself.
Yeah.
You
Your
get.
higher self.
I thought about, like, you just become a statistic.
You do.
Like, oh my God, this is the story of this person, and that's it.
And you see, I had a reflective moment with the spirit about people, and I've written about it on social media, about people that commit suicide. The moment you cross over, you're going to be given a cheat sheet. And on there, you're going to see, oh gosh, this is who I was going to be. I was this close, but because...
Yeah.
And when you cross over, there's no crossing back.
I was this close. I was this close.
And it's regrettable. Because even there you carry emotion and you're able to regret. And so carry on. I'm happy that you're here.
Yeah, so I mean, I was like, nah, I mean, you just end up being a statistic. And then I started I found someone to talk to. And through those conversations, I really saw where I had to be.
Wow.
It's like you have a moment or moments of realization every day.
Yes.
And I feel like my experiences with different people every day has changed that before I could be constant for a week, but now I'm not even constant for a day. You get what I mean? Because it's like, not like constant in the like you're just staying in the same place. You get what I mean? Same place of thought, same everything. Like, man has to change and evolve. God doesn't have to. So a lot of people want to be like God and just chill. And yet there is you evolving and becoming better.
Yeah.
So it's like somewhere close to the close of last year, I was like, what do I want my 2022 to look like?
Yeah.
And it was simple. I just wanted to be the best version of myself. Because when I'm at my best version, every other person wants you at your best version. It's a lie that people will like you or want you in their space if you're not at your best version, if you're not at the best version of yourself. You get, they'll always find people with yous that they'll put in their space.
Yeah.
If you've understood yourself, you're not disgruntled, you're the master of your universe and you have it in control. People want to work with you. People want you to be in their space. But if you're not and you're chaotic, people are not looking at wanting to have you in their space.
Yeah.
No matter how good intentioned you are. So it's very important to take care of yourself and see yourself as your best and be at your best. Because the more you push yourself, because no one is going to push you.
Yeah.
I learned that you have to get yourself going. Like, people are very selfish. Everyone has selfish interests. The only person who does not have selfish interests towards themselves is you.
Yourself, yeah.
And sometimes when you do not know yourself, then you have selfish interests towards yourself too. That's then what happens when you end up at a job and you're not getting what you want to get because you just have selfish interests for yourself because you think your employer deserves more than you do. You're looking at yourself as less than. You get what I mean? Because you do not know yourself. You're scared to walk away because you're like, oh my God, the economy is doing bad. You get what I mean?
Yeah. For the person that's watching this interview and wondering, okay, maybe Aaron is speaking gibberish. Every one of us gets to the point where you understand self. So I implore you to re-listen to this conversation. And sooner or later, whatever we are saying here will now start to click. And now you'll start, because right now we are interfacing with the higher version of Aaron J. Like, he's not the Deno we knew in 2016, 2018. Man, this person here is like, I'm also... Yeah, but, okay, so, just to wrap us off, are you excited for what the future looks like?
I'm happy.
Okay. Yeah, that's important.
I'm happy and I'm grateful and I'm thankful to God for this moment now. I am, one of the things I was praying to God about was, how you just meet the right people. Like, God, I just want to meet the right people. And and what happens with that when you start praying for that? It's like you prepare yourself also. Because somewhere last year, I was doing nothing. I was just chilling. Watch movies, wake up, watch movies, repeat. And then I started writing concepts and stuff that was just tied to the industry. And then that stuff is just there. I feel like if you're going to be an authority in any industry, you have to be light years ahead of time.
Okay.
You can't operate at the same level that anyone in the industry is. I used to be a TV host, front face, but then I understood faster that the person in front of the camera does not run the narrative.
Yeah, you're
so
right.
enters Multi-Choice Talent Factory program, and then I get into behind the camera. And then now also behind the camera, you get to understand that, okay, fine, there is the elements of you writing a story, you're a script writer, there is you being a director, there is you being a producer, but now the influence is you producing. And usually you writing as well. But I mean, they're all influential spaces, but in terms of viewing it from the industry perspective, it's the producers, they're making the killing out of it.
Yeah.
Because you need to understand the trade, it's business.
Yes.
And then now when you're behind the camera, then you realize that there are other things. There's so many other opportunities in film that are not necessarily you being on film that the industry needs. Now, I'm privileged to that information, and it doesn't come to me from people, but it like comes to me like revelation.
Yeah.
You get that I got onto a team that we're doing the Icon Awards for film and television.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And it's very... Thank you. So we're pushing out, we're supporting the film industry and building capacity. We're educating, connecting, and celebrating filmmakers. We have a Young Filmmakers Fellowship program. And we have a submission process. So all the details are like on theicon.org. But looking at what that has become, it's like someone once asked me, 2 years ago, someone asked me, it was something I was working on, was this your idea or someone else's idea? And I didn't know how to answer that question because it was here. It was something in my heart. So when the opportunity presents itself and it's something eerily similar, is it, whose idea is it?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Who do you say that this is? You understand? And I think people have to have because you see, when so much good starts happening in your life, people can easily go like, I want to own that, I want to own that, I want to own that. So you push yourself to, like I want it all, like in a glutton way, and yet it's there. You get what I mean? It's yours. You're not rushing for it. It's there. Relax. It's there. It's not running away from you. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're doing the Icon Awards, and we're doing features. We're doing films. We're building the industry. So in the next 5 to 10 years, East Africa is going to be the new entertainment capital of the world. It's not just going to be a country thing, but Uganda is going to pioneer that. It's like going to push for a new movement of entertainment and entertainers. And people don't see it, but Thames, Thames and Essence and Omale, they came here to Uganda.
Really?
For a music show,
sure. Yes.
And they got arrested and they had all that ruckus. And I got interested in their stories as artists and also as a people, because Thames and Omale all of a sudden, after visiting Uganda, became the biggest international sensations.
Yeah.
Thames has just won
an award,
a BET for Best International Act, as the first African woman to do that. Omale is doing songs across the globe with Justin Bieber. Then that artist called Fave came to Uganda. And then Cranium is like, I just want to chill in Uganda. And Ugandans are like, oh my God, the economy. And entertainers across the world are seeing the potential in Uganda.
Wow.
I have friends in Kenya who are like, I just want to come to Uganda and sit by the River Nile and do nothing. and connect to myself.
Wow.
And Ugandans, we're talking about the economy. And there are people across the world who just want to come and pass through the land of good things and leave. So Uganda is home, and it's important, whatever we're doing now, as an industry, as people in the industry, we're the next frontier. So East Africa is going to become the new entertainment capital of the world. I'm confident about that. DRC, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, Ethiopia. Unmatched. Because of our culture and our people and our language and our warmth and our hospitality and everything. We're owning our narrative, and through the awards platform, that's one of the things that we're looking at doing.
If you were to be known for something, what statement would be said about you? What would you like to be known for?
I thought about it. I think I want them to just say that Aaron J. Tamale dreamed so big and he actually achieved it.
Wow.
Because I think as a people we're scared to dream. In every space I find myself in, I find myself opening up in a very candid and vulnerable way, but yet in a very gigantic way. That people are like, man, Aaron, you have crazy ideas or crazy dreams. And for me, it's just, when I see it, I can't unsee it. You get what I mean? I see $1 trillion African film industry, I see it. That's it. There's so many elements in there. There's people from 13 African countries that were part of the Multi-Choice Talent Factory program that ever since I got into the program, I still think about. That's influence. Those are people that you have to connect with when you're building an industry. And it's us now. There is no one who's going to do it for us. We are the people who were praying for so many years ago. You get? So you've become the person you used to pray for. Oh Lord, I pray I meet my destiny helper. And then the destiny helper is you 10 years from later, staying calm. You get what I mean? Yeah.
So guys, thank you very much. If this video was relevant, if it made you happy, if you liked it, share, like, comment, subscribe. I'm out of words, guys, but thank you. This is the place for the versatile, like you have seen, Aaron J. Tamale. Bye.